Hello, boys and girls of all ages. Today, for our children's story, we're going to talk about love. And love is a small word, but it has a really big meaning. And there's a lot of things that we can think about and we can talk about when it comes to love. But today, I want to talk about two things about love. Is how can you show love to others, and where does love come from? So when we think about who is love, the Bible says in 1 John 4 16 and 17 says that God is love, and all who live in love live in God, and God lives in them. And as we live in God, our love grows more perfect. So let me show you an illustration that a little bit of an experiment that will show you how we get love from God. When we love other people, we can only love them so much. So like this sponge right here that I have a little bit of water in them, and imagine that this little sponge is like you. And when you're giving love to others, we go and we squeeze our water, our love into someone else's life, and we love them, we take care of them, and we do everything for them. But as we squeeze it, if you keep trying to love and you keep trying to love and you keep trying and you keep trying, you squeeze it, and you can't get any more water out. But when we go and get love from God, imagine like God is a big fountain of water where we go and get our fresh water, and it's a never-ending place where you can get our water from. So you go in there, you get a little love from God, and you go out into the world, and you go and you give your love, you give your love, you give your love, and you squeeze it hard, and like, oh, I don't have any more love. Where do I get more love? I go back to God. I talk to God. I pray. I read my Bible, and I pray and I ask God, help me to love other people. And I go out and I go and I squeeze that out. I love people. I take care of my friends. I share my toys. I am patient with others. So those are the ways that we can show love to other people, and our love comes from God. Now that you know where love comes from, you can try to think of ways that we can show love to others. 1 Corinthians 13, parents, you can take that this afternoon and read it to your kids. It's a very beautiful verse. 1 Corinthians 13 tells us that love is patient. What does it mean to be patient? Well, sometimes we want things how we want them to happen. We want to play with the toy whenever we want, but no, we have to take our turn. We need to share with others. So all of that means that we need to be patient. Another way to love somebody else is by not being envious. What does it mean to be envious? Being jealous, or when somebody else is doing well and you see that during their, well, right now we're really not at school, but remember those days when you were going to school and you could, you were there and your friends are working on something, and their teacher, your teachers tell them how well they did, and you get upset about it. But that's because you were jealous of them. Instead, when somebody, a teacher praises another child, or when your parents praise a sibling and tell them how well they were doing, you should be happy for them. And that is a way to show love, is supporting them and encouraging them and just telling them just how well they're doing. That's a really good way of showing love to others. One more way to show love is by not becoming angry so easily. Now, people do get on our nerves sometimes, and it's very easy to just lose our patience and start yelling and screaming and just losing our patience and getting angry with them. Sometimes taking a deep breath, more than one if needed to be, count 1 deep breath, 2, 3, as many as you need until you know you have calmed down. Doing that, you show to other people that you love them, that you care about them. God promises to help us, and He promised to give us love, and He has loved us to begin with. So we can go to Him and get love and keep on filling other people's lives with love until the day He comes. Because remember, God's love lasts forever, and so that's the best promise that we have. Thank you, boys and girls. I hope you guys have a great rest of your Sabbath.